Okay, the next step, now we've got these all drilled, is to take some sandpaper, kind of the rougher the better, and just really scratch up these tubes. I mean, I know they're all fancy and pretty looking, but we need to make them rough so the glue is going to grab them. You can use polyurethane foam expanding glue if you want to wait 24 hours. You can use CA glue. It's generally better to use a thicker CA glue. I had no idea CA glue came in thick and thin and ultra thin and ultra thick. I'll use a thick gap filling CA glue for this. I'll get it in just a minute. But anyway, scratch these tubes up and then get some gloves on and protect your lungs from the CA glue. And we'll get these all glued up in just a second. Alright, what I've got, my glue here, got 4 blanks, 4 tubes. I have a tube insertion tool, which is something that's they're kind of hard to find now. I don't know why, but they're cool. So what I'm going to do is put a whole bunch of CA glue down here. I've got my Super Elite tool, insertion tool, that I'm going to use to put glue inside the tube. And then I'm going to get my fingers and I'm going to roll glue on this tube. And then I'm going to keep my fingers that aren't in the glove completely away from these things and push it in, wipe off the excess, make sure it doesn't come back out as I glue it. So now I'll go put some more on the inside of it. So glue is expensive, but having a failure is more of a hassle. So I make sure and use a lot of glue in this process. Once again, go ahead and put your respirator on. Keep your lungs away from this junk. But I just get it in there and I turn it and make sure it's in there fully, that there's not any way it's sticking out on either end. Okay. Don't really want it inside the tubes either, but if it does, it'll get cleaned out in the next process. So anyway, this is how you just glue the tubes in. Like I said, I've got 4 of them here ready to go, so I can kind of do this in bulk. We can show some different turning techniques, and then we can show some different colors. I'm making this in walnut wood, so you can, with your kit, you can make 2 walnuts and 2 maple, 2 cherry. Or you can buy an additional kit. I'll have them available soon with other woods, with more exotic woods, so that you can keep turning, keep it alive. So this one I want to push it in a little bit more. Yep, that worked good. Alright, so now I have some extra glue here, but I'm good to go. That's how you glue them in, and it does take a while. It takes more than an hour or so for that stuff to dry because it's so thick, or I at least like to leave it for more than an hour. I know normal super glue, if it's really thin, it can set up really quick, but if you're allergic to super glue, but you're really careful with it, you can use epoxy or you can use polyurethane glue.